Hey, I'm reading in Genesis. I've started the Bible over again at the turn of the year. Ran across a story of Jacob and Esau and the family birthright, and I think there's a lesson in there for us today, and I want to talk about it in your morning cup of inspiration. Thanks for joining me. Listen to the story. It's in the 5th chapter, verse 29 through 34. There was one day when Jacob was cooking some stew. Esau arrived home exhausted and hungry from a hunt. Esau said to Jacob, "I'm starved. Give me some of that red stew you've made." And Jacob said, "All right, but trade me your birthright for it." "Look, I'm dying of starvation," said Esau. "What good's my birthright to me now?" So Jacob insisted, "Well then, swear to me right now that it's mine." So Esau swore an oath, thereby selling all his rights as the firstborn to his younger brother. Now, before I go further, listen to that interaction. Esau was living and thinking only for today. He was thinking about his personal satisfaction. He was thinking about how hungry he was and how thirsty he was. But to give up a birthright for a meal, the birthright allows typically the firstborn to be basically the spiritual leader of the family, to get a double portion of the inheritance and many other honors. And he was only living for today. Where Jacob had a plan. Jacob had a purpose. He was planning to lead a nation, a great nation. And so his mindset was totally different than Esau's. You wonder why, right? Well, I think the next verse tells us, because it says, "Then Jacob gave Esau some bread and stew, and Esau ate and drank and went on about his business, indifferent to the fact that he had given up his birthright." He was indifferent to the fact that he gave up his birthright. Maybe that's you and I today. Maybe we walk through life a little indifferent. Stop and think about that today. Are you being indifferent to the things of God? Do you realize that everything you do, every action you take, every person you speak to can have a spiritual impact, can have long-term impact? But if we look at life indifferently, like what we do doesn't matter, then we, in essence, would be as bad as Esau, giving up our birthright. So let's not be indifferent. Let's walk with purpose, and let's move forward knowing that we're doing our best to further the kingdom of God. God bless. Thanks for joining me for that morning cup of inspiration, and we'll see you next time.